Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth, but most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. If you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friend, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our focus. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone, we're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time, but whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it takes. It's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. All right. Good morning, and good morning. Exciting day today. Another day that the Lord has made. And yes, we will rejoice and we will be glad in it. Let me make sure my mic is got the right mic and we're on. It looks like we do. And so we're going to start out with our breathing. All right, so day 37, and we're popping through these. Here we go. Just relax with their breathing. That's right. Let me turn on the music. I'm going to get this right today. I'm going to get it all dialed in. My mind seems to be working this morning, so we will just make sure we are dialed in. All right, 10 deep breaths. Now we're starting our day. On purpose, not looking at screens. But checks for screen time. Shows nothing. I'm gonna hydrate right after this. Creating stillness through our breathing. Focus on our energy. Connection with the devotional. Thankful for today. What's exciting besides just me? There's some plans to make connections today with somebody, you know, every day is new. Attention for today. You want to get out of today. Maybe you're building on something all week. Affirm our day. What are your affirmations for today that you're going to get through the day, the week? What are you excited about? Planning on checking your finances. At least you know everything about it. And 3 more. What about your exercise today? Yoga? Maybe some walking. 2 more. One more. Big belly breath. All right, let's hydrate. Our devotional today. All right. Here we go. So today I want to make sure I put this on the screen because I keep forgetting to do it. And today it's going to be on. So staying soft in long sessions. Staying soft in long sessions. Above all else, guard your heart. That comes from Proverbs 4:23. So we need to protect our heart from hardness. You know, we say staying soft, hey, I'm a man. I can't be, hard. I got to, or I have to be hard. I have to, show people who I am. I got to be the leader. I got to, show this. But I want you to think about today is let's protect our heart from hardness. And Bonhoeffer warns us against bitterness forming into a prolonged community. What do if I can't listen and be present in the things we've talked about, and it's hard to do when you're so isolated or you're alone or you're in your own feelings, I guess is a word that we're using a lot in these days. And so one of the examples that I'll give here to hopefully help it make sense is someone stayed involved outwardly but grew guarded inwardly, and healing begins with honesty. And sometimes because we have this persona about us that we have to be a certain way, or we have to show up as this stoic person that can't show emotions. I was on a call last Saturday with a group of men, and one of the things that the questions was asked is, what emotions or what things as a man have you guarded and not let other people see? And one of the guys said, well, we can't let other people see us cry. We can't let other people see this warm emotion, because we have to show up as if we're, these people that have no um, issues that go on. Like we have to be, hard and like a cowboy or something, right? But honestly, it's the emotions that allow us to let God come in, that allows community to be part of it. It's when we're hurting that we probably try to isolate more. It's when we need to reach out more. There was a season when I kept showing up physically, but pulled back emotionally. I didn't leave, but I was hardened, and God gently showed me that staying tender was just as important as staying present. So it's more than now that we're saying, okay, you got to be in community, and you got to show up, and then we show up, and now it's how we show up in that community that really allows us to be part of the community in a way that we can relate to all the members or all the people. That if it's a community of 4 or 5, do they know who you are? But are you that guy that sets out? Because staying present softens restored what distance has eroded. And so all I'm asking, I guess, today is making sure that you're engaging and getting rid of the things that you believe have to be in place in order to show up a certain way or to have this, I guess, or about you that says, I have to be this because that's how my daddy was, or that's how my grandpa was, or that's how I was taught to be as a kid. We have to show up as we have no flaws, no kinks in our armor, that we are all soldiers, or we're all, these people that can't exist over and over again. And so allow yourself to feel, I guess is what I'm saying. Uh, staying physically isn't enough. You must stay, if you can, tender. So the invitation today is, where it has your heart hardened? Where has your heart hardened? Where has your persona been where it's so hard that you can't be part of groups? And I think it's a lot less, in some of the groups that I've been in lately. But as I was growing up, I know that was a big deal. This is what a man is. Men don't cry. And I'm saying let that emotion out sometimes. So name one feeling you've avoided. One feeling that you've avoided. Name that to yourself. And then today, maybe start thinking about, how can I work on that so that I can serve others better? And maybe the prayer is, Lord, soften what has grown hard in me. Lord, soften what has grown hard in me. And then my blessing for today would be, may tenderness renew your spirit. May tenderness renew your spirit. I think one of the things that I liken to is, if you've ever held a child, and I'll just kind of end with that. So if you've ever held a child that is, in the first, I would even say, year of their life, or the first 6 months or 4 months of your life, you don't hold them all hard, right? You hold them softly, like they're this breakable, and they are breakable, right? But they're not as soft as sometimes we hold them. I mean, I've seen guys hold them out where they're, like, oh no, what am I going to do? And then you realize if you get to hug them, and then they get to feel your heart, and they can feel you, and they stop crying because you softened up. Well, think about that as adults. The people that you're interacting with, they'll stop crying if you hold them softly. Oh man, what a great devotional today. Let's move into our second breathing session. So I'll remove you here. Let's put some more breathing music on. I'll turn it a little bit up, just a little bit. All right, so let's take a deep breath in. Dig deep breath in. Today we're going to go back to holding your belly and your heart. It doesn't matter which way you go. Let's try it with the right hand on the belly and the left hand on the heart today. In through the nose, out through the mouth. It seems to just loosen so much up when I do that. Not a lot of pauses in this one. Just 5 more just like this. 4. Sorry about that. It is loosening stuff up. 3. 2. 1 more. The body rejects all this stuff. And now it's like, oh, but yeah, at the same time, it's getting out instead of staying in and freeing my body for all the oxygen to head in there. Let's get our last water here. So this is our second glass of water. All right, hydrate before you caffeinate. Hydrate before you caffeinate. All right, let's jump into our gratitude session. So I'm going to read, we're in day 37. I'm going to read my gratitude. I want you to write down 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things that you're thankful for, or you're going to type 10 things that you're grateful for, or you're going to think about 10 things you're grateful for. And I hope the things that I say spark something in you that you're thankful for. But make sure you try to say it out loud, even if it's on top of me, that you're putting it out there, all the things that you're grateful for. And then we will go. So again, day 37. Thank you, God, that I woke up today, that I recognize this moment as a gift and not something to assume. Thank you for my body and the many systems that working together to support my life and my calling. Thank you for my heart beating. Hey, my heart beating, my lungs breathing, my lungs that are supplying breath, my brain processing clearly, my nervous system regulating, and my cells renewing. Thank you for helping me to become more mindful of my health as a day's responsibility. Thank you for guiding me to pay attention to my body's signals, when to push, when to pause, and when to restore. I'm grateful that my health continues to support clarity, endurance, and focus. I am deeply thankful for my family, my wife, my children, my parents, my in-laws, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, the people that I interact with, the foundation that they provide in my life. Thank you for the shared responsibility, the shared growth, and the opportunity to lead with consistency and care. Thank you for helping me show up with intentionality in my relationships. Thank you for guiding me to listen with patience, communicate with clarity, and respond with understanding. I am grateful for every relationship connected to my life, past, present, and the future, who I'm going to communicate with today. I'm so thankful for those relationships and connecting them, and the life that grows that each brings. But thank you for the provision. Thank you for my life. Thank you for the food that nourishes me and the home that brings me peace, transportation that allows freedom of movement, and the safety that allows me to rest. Thank you for stability and meeting my needs faithfully. Thank you for guiding me to remain aware of provision and to treat it with gratitude rather than expectation. I thank you for my finances. I am grateful for financial provision and opportunity. Thank you for income, resources, and the ability to manage finances responsibly. Thank you for helping me remain disciplined throughout my thoughtful and patient with my money. Thank you for guiding my financial decisions so that they align with stewardship, responsibility, and long-term vision for my family and community. I thank you for that. I get to live with purpose today, live boldly with purpose. And thank you that my experiences, consistency, and the obedience Allow me to help others become who you created them to be. Thank you for guiding me to recognize where my presence, words, and example matter. I am grateful that my life continues to carry meaning and influence beyond myself. Thank you for this day and the continued shaping taking place in my life. Oh man, so good. I loved thinking, what am I thankful for? Thankful for the people I got to talk to yesterday. I'm thankful for the lights that came on. Oh, I just get so excited when I think about what am I grateful for instead of all the things that go on in our life. All right, so yesterday we started when we were doing our affirmations. What we did is I started talking about a few of them as I did them. So hopefully you're saying this with me. We're going through this process together. And then when I get to the one, I'm going to do about 8 or 9 where I'll even dive even a little bit deeper in. Let me put these up to make sure you have them. All right. And I am becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person that my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I choose presence over presence. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and I am growing. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. I am connected to God, myself, and to others. I What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I wake up on purpose with intention. This is where I'll start again. I wake up today as I get up, my purpose has intention in it. I don't just wake up and see what the day brings. I wake up knowing that I'm going to have intention in today on who I'm going to connect with and who I'm going to spend time with. So I wake up on purpose and live with intention. I protect my focus and guard my mind. And so, whatever that I'm trying to focus on, I want to guard those things. And that means I might have to let go of some of the distractions, turn the phone off a little bit, not be able to have it in there. So, I'm protecting my focus and I'm guarding my mind from what I want to put it, especially in the morning. There's a time of day to react, but there's a time of day to be proactive. I protect my focus and guard my mind. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. So I respect that this is where I want to go, and I have to have discipline inside of it to make it happen. So I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I honor my body and my time and my calling. I honor my body with exercise and breathing and hydration and what I put in it. I honor my time. My time is valuable, and so I need to make sure that it's intentional. And I honor my calling. I know what God put me on this earth to do, so I got to make sure that I do it. So I honor my body and my time and my calling. Do a couple more. I speak life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself, what we're doing right now by doing these affirmations, and to others. I tell people they're wonderful. I tell people they're fantastic. I tell people that they are great because I want to speak life, not negativity, life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I make space for stillness and clarity in the morning when I'm just still. I'm just listening. I'm listening to hear what God has for me. I don't fill my life with so many things that I can't just be still. So I make space every day for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. And then I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. Every day I've asked you to make a promise. I've asked you to write it down. I've asked me to write it down. I've asked me to say it out loud. I've asked me to do it before I go to bed every single day, because that muscle of keeping our promises that is our word, that is our bond, that's who we are. And I want to be reminded every day that I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. We'll finish the rest here. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I am supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what He has called me to do. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. All right, let's jump into our word of today. I think yesterday I might have even done it. My stuff jumps up, and when I even have it ready to go, so I might have done a word yesterday that we've done before, but that's okay. It was present. It was a good word. But I believe we are on resolve today. Yep, we are on the word resolve, meaning resolve is deciding once and refusing to reopen the debate. Wow. Resolve is saying, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm making the decision. I'm not going back. I've decided it once, and now I'm refusing to open the debate. I'm going to continue down the path that I said I was going to go down. So I remember watching someone go back and forth on the same decision for nearly a year. Every conversation reopened it, every doubt delayed it. The stress wasn't coming from the decision itself, it came from never settling it. The moment they finally decided, nothing external changed, but everything internal did. Sleep improved, energy returned. Resolve didn't make it easy, it just made it clear. And when we think about it being clear, now we know exactly what we're going to do. We're not going back. Have you ever been to like a car dealership and purchased a car and seen the people go back and forth? Do I want to do it? Now I want to do it. I want to do it. Either way, make a decision. But once you've made that decision, go with it. And you can always, I tell people, let's say they're making a decision to move, and that's, in the decision from the book that I wrote, I think of, the steps that you go through or making a decision and being resolved to say, okay, I'm okay with this decision. I'm going to move. I don't know what's going to happen. And I think it's the fear of the unknown that stops us from allowing those decisions to take place. But what's the worst thing, if you can think of what's the worst thing that could happen is, okay, I'm going to move. And if I don't like it in a year, I can move back. And so that helps with the clarity of, being to say, hey, it's not for debate and we're not going to do it. We're just going to get it done and move forward. I've had seasons where I've kept revisiting a decision I already knew I needed to make, and it drained me more than the decision itself ever could. Each time I opened it, I felt the same anxiety, the same mental fog, the same hesitation. But when I finally decided, I resolved to deciding to do it, close the loop. My body felt like it could relax. My shoulders dropped, my mind quieted, and I could move forward with peace. Resolve didn't remove the work, it removed the war. Let me say that one more time. The resolve didn't remove the work, it removed the war inside my life. Today, as you make your connection, I want you, who is the one person you need to speak with clarity today? And maybe it's a family, it's a friend, or it's someone new. Say what needs to be said without wavering. You know, this is where resolve really jumps in, is when we have these hard conversations sometimes. Say what you need to say without wavering. Say what you need to say without wavering. Make the decision to say it. Say it with love, say it with kindness, say it with humility, but say it. You will feel so much better. So whatever that one conversation today, I just want you to make sure the other part of it is be fully present in it. Don't go back and forth. Don't be all over the place. Be fully present in it. Put the phone down, eyes up, watching it. So promise yourself that today, whatever you promise, I don't care what your promise is your promise. But I just always want to give a suggestion. How about make one decision that you will not second guess today? Just make the decision. It could be as simple, this is so cool. You could be as simple as, which fast food place am I going to go to today that I got to eat? Or not to have fast food. But if you are, like, if you go down the road, there's like 15 decisions. Make the decision quickly. Resolve to go there. Don't second guess it. Eat what you had from there, or make the salad or whatever you're going to do. Make that decision, decide it, and don't waver. That's fully present in the moment. That's a promise that you can even keep to yourself. So make it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make my lunch today. Write that down. I'm going to make my lunch today, and then do it before you go to bed. And resolve to making sure you don't second guess it. Just do it today. All right, so that is the word for today, is resolve. We're getting ready to move finally into our song for today. And I just, somebody told me that I love listening to it every day. I love listening because it just gives me inspiration to get through the day. But before we leave, if you can't listen to the song, hey, don't forget that you are God's greatest gift. He loves you. If you allow him to, let him love on you today. Hey, don't forget you were an answer to somebody's prayer. Today, you get to be an answer to somebody's prayer, but don't look for it. Make sure that you just let God allow it. Just be attentive and aware that wherever you show up today could be the prayer that somebody's praying, because you are alive and you showed up. You are God's greatest gift. Oh my gosh, you are, my friend. Thank you for going on this journey with me. I can't wait to spend time with you wherever we do, or however we talk, or however we show up. And then we will talk again tomorrow. Enjoy.
Yeah. Dr.B in the building. We becoming the person now. Let's go. Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace. I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that were living inside. You have to be the one before you do the thing. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the podcast to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey days. From mile-high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's light. 250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next level. I am becoming the person God made me to be, stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the pastures to the people I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be, walking in the promise He keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise, and the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
All right. Well, you all have an amazing, awesome, just incredible day today. And we will look forward to talking to you tomorrow for day 38. Have a good day.